Hi, I'm Renee from House of Adorn. Today, we're making a practice skirt for calisthenics and dance. I've picked out this blue chiffon for the skirt, and I'll be using a flat elastic for the waistband without a casing. Now, this is just one of many ways to make this sort of a skirt, but let us know what you like to do in the comments. Before we start cutting any fabric, let's make a pattern. So grab your pattern paper and measuring tape. This step isn't strictly necessary, but especially with chiffon, it can be really helpful to plan things out on paper, and plus, it's something that you can use time and time again. The first measurement we need is the length of our skirt. This could be anything you want, as long as it fits on your fabric. Mine will be 60 centimeters long. The next measurement we need is the hips, or the widest part of your body. Remember, chiffon doesn't stretch, so we need to make sure that the waistband can get over this measurement. Don't worry if this measurement seems large. The elastic will take care of gathering the excess around the waist. Our skirt is going to be made out of 3 identical half circles, but my pattern piece is going to be cut on the fold, so it will only look like a quarter. This is what your pattern piece should look like. This is the length of your skirt, and this is your hip radius. We've got a handy calculator on our website to help you figure this out. Don't forget to add about 1.5 centimeters of seam allowance. Now that our pattern's finished, it's time to cut out our 3 half circles. I've got my chiffon laid out, folded over on this side, and the fold edge of my pattern is lined up against it. Now that we've got our 3 half circles, it's time to start sewing them together at the side seams. I'm going to sew the seams together with a straight stitch. I'm using a regular home machine with a ballpoint needle in it. I like to sew with a slightly larger stitch, about 3 to 3.5, so if I need to unpick anything, it will be easier, but you can choose a size stitch that works best for you. I'm going to finish these seams with an overlocker. If you don't have one of these at home, you can always use a zigzag stitch or leave it as is. So this is what our skirt looks like so far. Now it's time for the hem. To help with this, I'll be using our tearaway hem guide tape. This has a lot of uses, but it's especially good when working with tricky fabrics like chiffon. We've got full instructions on how to use this linked in the description. Of course, there's lots of ways to hem this. You could use an overlocker or a zigzag stitch, but the tape makes things a lot easier. Once you're done, you should have a nice rolled edge hem. And now all that's left to do is the waistband. Cut your elastic to the same measurement as your waist and then sew the raw edges together. Now we need to attach the elastic and the skirt together. One tip I have for this is to use 4 points, like on a compass, and match them all up. I'm going to match up all my pinned areas. You might need to gather the chiffon a little to get it to fit into the same area on the elastic. That's okay. To attach these together, I'm going to use my overlocker, but once again, you can just use a zigzag stitch. I'm going to swap the last 2 threads to be woolly nylon. This is optional again, but it helps you get the maximum stretch out of your fabric. I'm going to stretch the elastic as I sew, making sure that I keep those compass points lined up. And that's it, your practice skirt is complete. For more tutorials and to buy fabric, visit houseofadorn.com.